Hello and welcome to Jagran English. I am Taneja and today we have with us a very special filmmaker, a woman who has time and again proved that whichever script she chooses to bring on screen, it's bound to be magic. We have with us the director of Laapata Ladies, Kiran Rao. Welcome. Hi. I have watched the film and I have to say that it was beautiful. The characters, the rawness of the characters, the uniqueness of the locations, everything just made it more meaningful. So I have to ask you, how did you start this process of writing the film? I understood that Aamir Khan introduced this movie to you.
Yes.
But what pushed you towards this script to come back as a director? Like your last film, Do Bigat, it released in 2010-11. So it's been 12 long years and now you're coming back as a director on the director's seat. So what about this script pushed you?
You know, actually Aamir just told me the story in one line when he read it as part of, he was a judge in the script competition. And that one line was that there are two young brides, they're going in a train. One girl, you know, this boy takes one girl home, and when he goes home and he lifts up her ghungat, it's a different girl. And it's the kind of story where anybody who listens to it will be like, Acha, to phir kya hua? You know, what happens next? It has this quality of intriguing you, you know, you want to know what's going to happen. And that happened with me because I was very, when I heard the story, I immediately said, I want to read the script. You know, I want to, when I heard the one line. And I read the script, I loved it because it's a journey film, it's a film about two young girls and their adventures when they get lost. But also, it gives you, because it's, you know, Biplab also wrote it with a lot of ideas and in some ways concerns in mind. It has, you know, lots of issues that also he wanted to put into the film. But it gives you the chance actually to make this adventure really fun. So I did love the story that Biplab wrote, but I also felt that it needed to change a bit in tone and shift to a more drama comedy rather than pure drama. And I felt like it would give me the canvas to explore a lot of things, but in a very fun and accessible way.
You mentioned Biplab. Biplab Goswami's book Two Brides is what the film is based on. The script is based on. So it's evident that the journey of the script is from a man telling a woman's story to a woman telling a woman's story. So do you think if this film was made for the screen by a man, it would have taken a different path?
That's an interesting question. I couldn't answer that because I do think every filmmaker, man or woman, brings their perspective to any script, and I do think it would have changed if it had been anyone else who was directing it or directing the writing of it. Also, I must mention, Biplab's story was very much the story that we based it on. So he, in terms of gaze, in terms of all the concerns that he put into it, it was very much, you know, aligned with how I was thinking also. It's just that I did feel like it was a little too realistic, not even realistic, but a little too on the nose. It was a bit obvious about what we were trying to say. And I needed a more, you know, more fun, more subtle way of telling the same, you know, maybe touching upon the same issues. So I have to mention that we had the most incredible screenwriter called Sneha Desai, who actually transformed it into a very, very, you know, exciting, fun journey of these girls. And I also had a writer called Didnt Sharma who came in to kind of this Bhojpuri Hindi to kind of polish the dialect in the film, but he also completely wrote the character of the policeman, the Daroga, Manohar Ji, which Ravi Kishan is playing. So I mean, I think perhaps with some other director, perhaps the story would have you know, maybe the tone would have been quite different because the original story didn't have this tone, and that's something I feel that I've maybe brought to it with the help of all these writers.
But you also mentioned that the character of Manju Mai, it was new to the story. It was not originally there in the book.
No.
So why was this character very important? Was it like to make a statement to like critique of, say, patriarchy, or to give a statement that women are empowering women, the time is changing?
Yeah, well, without any spoilers, because we we want people to discover Manjumai. But yeah, you know, Manjumai wasn't there. Chaya Kadam's character wasn't there in the original story, and I did think that there was space for a character who lived life on her own terms a little bit, and she kind of embodies a lot of what I feel and what I think. Maybe things that I wanted to say. So yeah, she's a personal sort of addition of mine, yeah, which Sneha wrote so well. You know, she wrote her character as such a wonderful...
Every dialogue hit the mark.
Absolutely.
Just like Manjumai, all the characters, like there is some uniqueness, some authenticity in every character, be it Deepak, Jaya or Fool. Actually, the triumph of the film actually lies in the performances. So how did you decide that you have to take the fresh star cast for the film and not take established actors? Do you think that it would have reached a wider audience if there were known faces?
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I do think that with big stars, the film maybe could have been wider and reached more people very quickly because of their, you know, fan base and their ability to pull an audience. But I felt like there was a certain core genuineness, a certain earthiness to this script that I thought, you know, a fresh cast would sort of depict more naturally. You know, with a big star cast, you tend to think, okay, there's X star is playing a village girl. You know, whereas in this film, because you don't know any of these actors, it's very easy to kind of sink into the film, forget about any, you know, star, because you don't actually know what to expect from them. And that's one thing that we wanted to avoid in this film was star baggage. Like a lot of people have asked me, because Aamir tested for the role of Manohar. And one of the reasons that both Aamir and I decided he wouldn't be right for the role, apart from the fact that Ravi Kishan I think fits it more organically, is that star baggage is something I would have had to fight right through. You know, the expectation that this star is going to do something. So I think what Fresh Faces does is give you the freedom to kind of sort of subvert or play with an audience's expectations of a character.
So the film could easily have been tragedy, but you were very sure that you wanted to make it a drama comedy. Why was comedy such an important part of the film? Because it wasn't preachy, but it could have easily been. So why was comedy so important?
Comedy was really important because I feel when you're touching upon issues that are not new, these are things that we've known for a long time. There are films that have dealt with this very well in the past. All the concerns that we talk about in the film, yeah, they're things that the audience is well aware of. So really, the only thing I could bring to it was a fresh perspective, perhaps, you know, or the energy that things are possible. There is hope. There is optimism. There is perhaps a need to just change our perspective or to re-examine certain things that we've become accustomed to. So I feel comedy does that by disarming your audience, because while you're laughing and crying at the same time, or laughing and you know, actually if you feel like you're in plot, actually you're laughing at a situation. At the same time, you're taking away something quite subconsciously, which an audience prefers, I feel. Nobody likes to be lectured.
There were many moments in the film when you are empathizing with the characters, but at the same time laughing at them.
Exactly. And I feel like that really, you know, as an audience, you don't feel stupid, because I'm not trying to teach you something that you don't know, which is a fact. All of us are aware of all these things in the film. So really, it's like taking a person on this journey of which we are hoping will kind of, you know, be fun and unexpected. But at the same time, you're taking away things, you're filing away things to think about. You know, it's not on the nose. And I think comedy does that to you. It relaxes you. You're in a mode to receive.
Lastly, if as a viewer, I watch the film, what do you want me to take away from it?
Okay. I would want you to take away, I want you to go away feeling uplifted. I want you to take away the fact that everything is possible, that we can, like small changes can make a big difference. And actually, even our perspective can make a big difference. Our change in attitude, the way we treat each other can make a big difference. That's what I'd like people to take away.
Thank you so much, Kiran Rao. All the best for Laapata Ladies. It's releasing on March 1 in theatres near you.